Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here with Shughead Gaming. For those of you who frequent my channel, it'll be no surprise to you that I love my 3D Rudder. And if you haven't checked out my review for the 3D Rudder, you don't even know what I'm talking about, check that out in the notes below. But for those of you who know what I'm talking about, I wanted to cap off my coverage for the 3D Rudder with a little bit of a give back to my subscribers and viewers. As such, I've reached out to the fine developers that have been a part of my 3D Rudder coverage to deliver you guys some games and of course, a couple of rudders. Qualifying is very simple. This is for new and old subscribers, so if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Once subscribed, just leave a comment in the notes below letting me know what games out of my list you are interested in. Listing multiple games is totally okay, and of course, let me know if you're interested in getting a 3D Rudder. So without further ado, let's get to the goodies. First up is Red Matter, and for those of you who don't know what that is, Red Matter is a story-driven VR puzzle adventure game set during a dystopian sci-fi Cold War. Take on the role of Agent Epsilon, an astronaut of the Atlantic Union dispatched to an abandoned Vulgarian moon base on a frozen, faraway planet. Your mission is to investigate a shady top-secret research project. Red Matter is an absolutely gorgeous puzzle game for VR fans that had you walking around the base doing a lot of stuff with your hands, so a 3D Rudder was a very nice addition to free up my hands to just do hand stuff. For Red Matter, I have 2 North American digital codes. Next game up is the Wizards Enhanced Edition, and for those of you unfamiliar with this game, the Wizards Enhanced Edition lets you become a powerful wizard, taking fate into your own hands, immersing yourself in a beautiful fantasy world and destroying your enemies by casting spells with hand gestures. As I've said repeatedly, the Wizards Enhanced Edition is a really awesome VR game, but it's a lot to manage on just move controllers. Therefore, the Wizards Enhanced Edition is actually one of my favorite games with the 3D Rudder, completely freeing up my hands to do all the gesturing and magic throwing and leaving my feet to just run. For this game, I have 2 North American digital codes to give away. Next up is something a little different for your 3D Rudder, and that game is Bout of Blood: Last Captain Standing. Again, if you don't know what this game is, it lets you fly your ship and command your crew as you compete to become a champion in a winner-takes-all reality show. Build relationships and plot betrayals to avoid getting voted off the season and become the last captain standing. Actually, one of my favorite PSVR games of last year, it got sheltered a little bit by coming out the same week as Firewall Zero Hour. For those of you interested in winning a copy of this, I have 1 North American digital code and 1 EU digital code. Next up is another surprise game this year called Immortal Legacy: The Jade Cipher. If you haven't checked this one out, you really should, because it's about as close as we're going to probably see to the Uncharted series on PSVR anytime soon. In Immortal Legacy: The Jade Cipher, you crack intricate environmental puzzles and unleash high-powered weapons on ruthless mercenaries and hordes of experimental abominations in your journey to uncover the truth behind an evil organization's grisly experiments. As a game that was very dual-wield heavy, it was a lot to manage on the move controllers even after the control updates. As such, the 3D Rudder was an absolutely awesome add to this game, and I can't recommend it enough. For those of you interested in this game, I have 2 EU codes to give away. Next up is a game developed by the creators of Detached. That game is none other than Tella Fraga VR. For those of you who don't know what Tella Fraga is, it's a very fast-paced shooter with visceral movement and combat mechanics. Dash, shoot, and teleport around unique arenas that feature impossible geometry. Coming off as a modern zero-G take on the Unreal Tournament formula, Tella Fraga VR worked very well with the 3D Rudder as well, again, freeing up my hands to shoot all things, whether that be people or teleportation. For this, I have 3 EU codes to give away. Next up is Scraper First Strike, which is a VR shooter game with RPG and exploration elements. Scraper First Strike delivers gamers into the year 2076, where they must battle renegade robots in a high-rise skyscraper. Like I said in my review, Scraper First Strike is a very ambitious game and reminded me a lot of iRobot meets the Die Hard franchise. Scraper First Strike, yet again, is another game that has you dual wielding with some very busy hands, pushing buttons and pulling levers in your ship as well as controlling both arms. As such, having full locomotion put on my feet made this game way better and was very immersive as you're sitting in a chair in the game anyway. For those of you interested in getting this game to use on your Rudder, I have 4 North American codes. Finally, I have something very special from my friends at Perk Games, which will particularly excite those of you who like to collect. For my North American audience only, unfortunately, I have 1 physical copy of Wizards Enhanced Edition and another physical copy of Sirento. Sirento being one of the coolest PSVR games we've seen this year. Both of these games work awesome with the 3D Rudder, so if you're a collector, you probably want these in your collection. And last but not least, what would a 3D Rudder giveaway be without some 3D Rudders? My friends over at 3D Rudder have been very kind in giving me a 3D Rudder to give away to one of you. This is open to everybody in the EU and North America. And as I've enjoyed my 3D Rudder so much, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and purchase a unit to also give away to another individual. Again, this is North America or the EU. And that brings me to the end of my little 3D Rudder giveaway. Subscribers old and new, like I said, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, can enter to win. Submissions will be accepted for the next 2 weeks, bringing us to September 1st, at which I will be posting another video on my channel mentioning all the winners. So make sure you hit that bell icon so you don't miss your chance to win. And like I said, all you have to do is leave a comment in the notes below letting me know which of all these games, and there can be many in your list, you would like to win, and of course, if you're interested in winning a 3D Rudder. Anyways guys, thanks again for all your support. I do these giveaways to you guys because, well, you make doing this channel fun and I want to give back. That's it for me, good luck to all, and I'll catch you guys on my next video.